Last match for Hearts was the Edinburgh Derby. Next match is Liverpool at Tynecastle. In between a home game in the SPL against Inverness, commentary from Paul Mitchell.
Zaliukas. Driver wants it, and Driver gets it. Nice pass. Andy Driver. Darren Barr, Novakovac is out wide. Novakovac with a chance! And a decisive finish from Novakovac. Arvydas Novakovac greets the Hearts fans as he celebrates the opening goal. Driver into Barr, Novakovac in all sorts of space, and a simple finish across the goalkeeper. It's effective, and Hearts are ahead after 14 minutes. Terry Butcher far from amused at the defending he's seeing. As Toole plays the ball in, fisted away by Ryan Esson. It was Zaliukas who went through. Free kick given by the referee. The referee's wandering over. He's going to show a card here. That's to Simon King, and the referee's actually pointing at the spot. While Inverness are bemused, the Hearts players retreated towards the halfway line. Simon King was tangling with John Sutton, and for that the referee has given a penalty. Sutton was trying to get round the outside, and that's very soft. John Sutton scored at home from the spot against St Johnstone, and he repeats the trick against Inverness Caley Thistle. 4 minutes to half-time, Hearts extend their lead. And it's a controversial penalty, and John Sutton makes no mistake with it. Caley Thistle not best pleased. Well, there's their management team here. Sutherland plays it across. Andrew Shinney. McGowan goes in there. That's Richie Foran. He's taken him down, and Richie Foran's in trouble here. That was rash, and it was very rash. He's earned a straight red card, and he's not happy with Bobby Madden, but Richie Foran should be furious with himself. It was a challenge he didn't have to make. Andrew Shinney was down. Ryan McGowan was battling in there, and that's just daft from Richie Foran. Didn't need to do it, and he's off. Half-time whistle. Immediately the eyes go to the bench of Caley Thistle and Terry Butcher. And Terry Butcher storms off down the tunnel. He's furious. Caley Thistle starting the second half brightly. Nice ball across on towards Billy Mackay. And he almost pulled the goal back. Jamie McDonald went back, then came forward. Wasn't sure if his defenders were going to get there in time. And Billy Mackay just hooked this wide. Well, he wants more from his side. And they are slipping. Caley Thistle moving forward again. St Sutherland. Lovely little touch. Graham Shinney is there. Callum Patterson beside him. It's a penalty. Well, the referee said he tripped him. Callum Patterson on Graham Shinney. And Caley Thistle have a golden chance to get back in the game. Callum Patterson looks bemused. He may just have caught Graham Shinney. He certainly doesn't believe it. Shinney gets ahead of him. There was enough of a nick for the referee to say penalty kick. Chance here for Andrew Shinney. A little stumble, a little stutter, and then he scores. Andrew Shinney brings Caley Thistle back into the match. It's 2 in 2 weeks for the striker. Jamie McDonald unlucky here, got a hand to it. Scott Robinson, it's a lovely little turn. Robinson looks up, the hook ball forward. Here's Ryan McGowan with a chance. Well, he was under pressure in the end from Josh Meekings, but he'll feel he should have put this on target. Great pass from Scott Robinson, and McGowan off target. Final few seconds at Tynecastle. Hearts still not looking comfortable. Sutherland battling for the ball. Clips it wide. Graham Shinney, it's away from his man. Cuts it inside. Billy Mackay. Back onto Graham Shinney. There's a chance here for Caley Thistle, and it's turned down by Conor Pepper. The young Irishman on his debut has rescued a point for 10-man Caley Thistle. It's been an unlikely comeback, but a thoroughly merited one. Great interchange of play. Graham Shinney clipped it across, and Conor Pepper, well, his heart would have been beating as he scooped that up, but it hits the top of the net, and Caley Thistle get a point.
A couple of incidents there for the dubious decisions panel, I think. Starting off with the Hearts penalty. Everyone looked pretty confused at the time. We've circled Simon King because he was booked afterwards, so the penalty's obviously been given for that little shirt tug on John Sutton.
Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it? I mean, that's the only thing I can see. And initially, I think that both players have got hold of each other. Now, it's just a matter of whether, when the referee's looked across, he's seen the jersey getting stretched. But I mean, I think you see that in just about every corner, don't you? I
Yeah,
mean, it's
you do. I mean,
you know, it wouldn't be so bad though if that was how it was going to go all season, because it would stop.
You would have
people
10
grabbing
penalties.
a hold.
penalties.
You'd have 10 penalties a game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
Aye.
if the referees did clamp down on that jersey pulling inside the box, then all the way through the season, I think that's a good thing. But I don't think that.
I think it was the wrong one to make an example of there, because there was just nothing in that for me. I just can't see where the penalty comes from. For me, that's just not a penalty. That goes on every box. It wasn't a blatant pull. They were just running side by side. No penalty for me.
But I think we can see where the red card for Richie Horan came from.
That's slightly more obvious, isn't it? It's just a wild lunge. It's reckless. It's mistimed, and it's a definite red card.
He was flying into this, wasn't he?
I think because Ryan McGowan's having a wee kick at his teammate, I think the bit of the red mist appeared, and it wouldn't have been so bad if he hadn't lifted his foot up to try and catch him. He'd gone for the ball, but I think I don't think Richie's got an awful lot to complain
I don't think the
about
Inverness manager was too chuffed at this stage. I think he was questioning just about everything at that
yeah,
point.
but that's Terry, isn't it? So he just
You just get out his way
smile
at that time.
Riley and just let him go on with it.
He certainly couldn't question the performance of his team in the second half with 10 men. Although Hearts might be questioning the award of a penalty to Inverness.
Yeah, well, if there's contact here, it's a penalty. It's as simple as that. And I thought, with the way that the lad's foot came down, I thought it's not a natural movement.
No.
Just here, I think maybe just clipped him with his knee on his heel. But I don't know. But
I don't think there was any intent. But
yeah, definitely no intent. Absolutely not.
And the headline writers dream Connor Pepper striking with the last touch of the game.
well manufactured move. A couple of really nice touches. A great ball across the goal, and Pepper's done his debut to get the headlines. Terry's mood changed ever so slightly from half time.
Yeah, he is a bit happier, isn't he? What about Hearts against Liverpool? Liverpool in crisis, aren't they, after losing 3-0 at West Brom yesterday?
Yeah, well, I've got in the game, so it should be a fabulous match. I mean, I was at the Tottenham match last year, which is a bit of an anti-climax game at Tynecastle, and I'm hoping that Hearts can fill the stadium. I'm sure they will, of course, and be a great atmosphere, and it's a situation where they can have a go. I think last season they saw that it's really tough to play against these top Premiership teams, but I think having a go would be the big thing for them, particularly at home.
Tottenham were phenomenal that night, but they're not the night at Tynecastle. Some of their one-touch passing was just incredible.
I mean, I remember that game. It was 35 minutes in before a Hearts player made a tackle.
Right.
So I think at home in these games you've got to stamp your authority. At least make it a. But there shouldn't be any way that it might be a mismatch in a footballing sense, but not in a physical sense. It should be able to compete.
I think they stood back and watched them
they
a
did,
bit.
yeah. I was at the game and I thought Spurs were fantastic, but I think Hearts were enjoying the game just as much as the spectators were. Yeah. So,
and I'll be there with you at Tynecastle on Thursday night. Sometimes you can't choose who you work with.